Hello everyone, I'm Sandrine Nikuze. So we are going to look on two things in this conference: how globalization have affected patterns of the spread of diseases, and also how it has affected the methods needed to control diseases. So as you know, globalization has removed boundaries to countries. People are free to move from one place to another one. So due to globalization, people has increased travels, there is international trade, there is new communication way, and all those things has brought high risks to health. Focusing on how increased in travels has brought risk to health. So for example, now airplanes are cheaper at the extent that everyone can, or most of the people can afford it. So people who have communicable diseases, or those diseases who can be transferred from one place to another one, they transfer them in the airplane or in the buses where they are traveling to. So for example, you can meet with a person in the airplane, then you have a crush on that person, you do sex with that person. Why? He or she is an HIV positive. Another example is that, for example, in Rwanda, so people who do trading, they drive vehicles from Tanzania, they come in Rwanda, they go in Uganda. Each time they stay in one country, they just find some girls and then they sleep with those girls. Most of the time, they are HIV positive. So in that case, those girls are going to carry the HIV. Then if another person is going to sleep with this person, without that girl, then she's going to spread that disease to other people. There is no control on that. You cannot stop people to travel from one country to another. So another thing is that nowadays people use communication, like they use communication materials to terrify people. For example, someone can just kidnap a kid, your kid, and then they say, if you don't give me money, I'm going to kill your kid. So for parents who are not able to control those things, or for any person who are not able to control that terrible person, then they are going to feel uncomfortable, which results in the increase of depression and also cardiovascular diseases around the world. So another thing is that due to international trading, well-branded companies sold their products in different countries, and those products are having a high negative impact on the health of the consumers. For example, due to sugar-based products, diabetes has increased. A typical example for this case in Mexico. Like Mexico has signed the free trading agreement, and they allowed Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nestle to work inside the Mexico. Then, due to the high consumption of those products, there is the American Diabetes Federation said that there are up to 10 million people who suffer from diabetes. This is a high number, and around 2 million of them are unaware that they have the disease, and they are suspecting that this number is going to increase in the future. So this is really bad, and this is, you can now understand how the globalization is increasing the health of different people. From this graph, you can see how malaria is being transferred due to increase in traveling. And this one has how the airplane has the malaria, where malaria has been reported. So it is now difficult to prevent the spread of disease because of globalization. Before, it was difficult to spread them because there was few people who travels from one place to another, and few materials used in traveling or in movement of people. Like if there was a ship, they could control it before it moved, and then they are safe. But nowadays they just go without controlling them. Now insects hide themselves on the airplanes, car, even on people and other things. There are those like those transportation, or the transportation means are the vectors of the insects. There is high movement of people from one place to another due to war, famine, free trading. Nowadays there is no boundaries. So due to all those movement, it is hard to control. For example, mosquitoes that carries malaria have been found aboard planes thousands of miles from their primary habitat, and also the infected seafood carrying cholera bacteria has been shipped from Latin America to United States in Europe. So now you can understand how it is really difficult to control these things. So you cannot stop people to travel from one place to another. You cannot stop people to move, like to go escaping war. You cannot move. You cannot prevent. You cannot prevent these things. So people are moving in order to find how they can resist, and also while moving they carry different things which also are affecting other people they are going to. So it is becoming hard, but we will do our best so that we can correct these things. Thank you very much for attending this conference again.